And we're going to be celebrating big on Saturday. We're going to have a lot of, and if there's any protester who wants to come out, they will be met with very big force.
Welcome to the studio. Welcome to the show. I am in a hotel room in Morristown, New Jersey, where Brittany Page and I came last night to attend the watch party for the election results here for the New Jersey governor with the Mikey Sherrill campaign. She won. So it's a good day for looking forward toward having a politician in a governor's office, another one, there's a few, but another one that will fight back against Donald Trump, and that's a good thing. We'll talk more about that campaign as the election in the general election gets a little closer. Let's talk about something that happened yesterday in the Oval Office, behind the Resolute desk, Donald Trump, the fascist. There's a lot of talk about this weekend and the birthday parade for Donald Trump that is costing upwards of $100 million. And when you add the operation and the deployment of the National Guard and the United States Marine Corps to LA, which is costing about $135 million, we're looking at roughly $250 million in an era where fraud, waste, and abuse are all they can talk about. Donald Trump said some very concerning things behind the again, I like to talk about the imagery and the places because it really matters. That Donald Trump is not out on the stump. He's not out in some campaign speech. He's not just rambling on some tarmac somewhere or at one of his golf courses or Mar-a-Lago. He is acting in the capacity as President of the United States, threatening protesters. No qualification made. No delineating between peaceful or not peaceful. He just says if anybody protests, we're going to crack down. We're going to come down hard on them. Or, as I want to get the quote right, because we want to be fair to Donald Trump, very heavy force will be used if you simply protest it. He also rambles like a demented jackass about our winning the World War II, and if not for not his contribution, not any member of his family's contribution, Trumps are notoriously cowardice, they display cowardice, that we would be speaking German and Japanese and a combination of the two. Apparently, Japanese is a language that Donald Trump thinks that would have been invented after World War II if the Germans and the Japanese had won, I guess. Watch this clip. Very alarming. This is fascism in the United States. Not an exaggeration. Watch this.
Any other questions?
Mr. President, any message to adversaries as the Army kicks off 250-year birthday celebration?
I just think it's amazing. We're going to have a fantastic June 14th parade, Flag Day. It's going to be an amazing day. We have tanks, we have planes, we have all sorts of things. And I think it's going to be great. We're going to celebrate our country for a change. You know, recently, as you know, with World War II, the victory of World War II, I called up France and they were celebrating the victory. Well, we helped them a lot, as you know. I don't have to get into that. But I called up other countries. They were all celebrating the victory. We're the only country that didn't celebrate the victory. And we're the one that won the war. Okay, if it wasn't for us, that war, you would be speaking German right now, okay? We won the war, and you might be speaking Japanese too. I mean, you might be speaking a combination of both. We won the war, and we're the only country that didn't celebrate it. And we're going to be celebrating big on Saturday. We're going to have a lot of, and if there's any protester who wants to come out, they will be met with very big force. By the way, for those people that want to protest, they're going to be met with very big force. And I haven't even heard about a protest, but, you know, this is people that hate our country, but they will be met with very heavy force. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Japanese, apparently, is a new language invented by Donald Trump. Another contribution to our culture, Donald Trump inventing languages. Look, no details here. We're going to have tanks. We're going to have planes. Lots of things to celebrate his birthday. don't get it confused. Don't confuse yourself. Don't fall into this. Don't give this guy the benefit of the doubt. It's absolutely his birthday party. That's why they're doing it. They could say, oh yeah, he created a time machine and had the army, their birthday on the same day. The only reason they're doing this on this day and not some other is because it's Donald Trump's birthday. He wants to be celebrated. He's so passionate about celebrating his birthday that if you plan to protest it peacefully, if you plan to exercise your constitutional right, you will be met with heavy force. I mean, it's on one element of this, it's great that he's saying this publicly because it'll make all of the lawsuits that end up coming, if they do harm protesters. Look, we were just following the orders of the President of the United States who said we should violate people's constitutional rights. And if you think I'm being hyperbolic about the violation of constitutional rights, maybe a lesson on the First Amendment needs to be brought. Here is, we'll read it verbatim so no one can get it confused. The First Amendment of the United States of America says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, something Republicans have no respect for, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people to peaceably assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. All of these things Republicans are against, except for maybe the free exercise of their religions, because their religion is Donald Trump. Their religion is bigotry. Their religion is hatred and the continued oppression of marginalized communities that they just don't like, that they believe are ruining our country and tearing down the nation. So if you plan to protest, look, I didn't plan on attending, but I'm giving it serious thought now. I need to get out there and make myself a big F*** Trump sign as a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. We don't need to celebrate our military. I don't know what kind of a version of our military we have now. I haven't served in many, many years, but I can tell you in boot camp, this is how early they started us off in the Marine Corps. If you say thank you to a drill instructor, you get chastised. They tell you to shut the f*** up because I get thanked on the 1st and the 15th. I don't need your thanks. That's why all of this weird, obsequious, oh, the troops, the troops, the troops, I've never understood. In fact, most of the people I served with don't also understand it. They find it a little weird and gross. I was thanked when I got paid. I volunteered for the job, not for the heaping of praise and thank you for your service, but to serve my country. It wasn't a selfless act. I got something out of it too. And look, we are raising up a generation of people who believe they need to be praised and have adulation just poured upon them for their service to their country, that they're getting something out of it too. And this is just a bunch of unconstitutional nonsense. Donald Trump is a fascist, a dangerous dictator wannabe. And the Republican Party is here for it. They finally have the man that they can worship. They finally have the man that will step on their necks like a tyrant, the thing they've been yearning for. With the projection of, don't tread on me. But that's what they want more than anything else. Anyway, what do you think here? I invite you with my little desk here, huh? What do you think about this? You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. I will be back in studio later today for the rest of the week. So the surrounds will be familiar to you going forward in the week. I love and appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Until then, be genuine. Take care of one another.